Did you hear me?
Right on the
Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy G Marcus TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. My bad, I know these videos took so freaking long. I recorded so much material for February. So much stuff that's just in the laptop needs to be edited. That's just unedited, but there's gonna be so much coming for you guys. I just have to take time to edit. But thank you guys for everybody that DM'd me, checked up on me, and asked me like, yo, what the hell is going on? Where the videos? Where the reviews? Thank you guys. I appreciate all your support. So of course, as you guys know, I'm doing an episode review on Bel-Air, and this is episode number 4. You know how we do on this one? We do a recap and we do a review. So we start off with the recaps. Uncle Phil and Carlton, they're playing chess, and of course, you know, Uncle Phil is running a campaign where he needs to get votes. He links up Carlton and Will together to go door by door so they could get votes for the campaign. So of course, Carlton doesn't really want to work with Will, so Uncle Phil's like, listen, if you get me 50 votes and you could work with Will with no problem, I'll make sure that you come to this fancy event with me. So Carlton agrees. So somebody was following Will in school. This guy had like a rose tattoo on his neck. So he's following Will all over. So I'm like, who the hell is this guy? As Will and Lisa were talking. So Trey later on tells Will that, listen, they know where you at. Everybody knows where you are, and they are coming for you. So of course your boy Will is scared. So he goes around, he's looking for Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. Instead he sees Geoffrey. So he's going crazy, he's panicking. He tells Geoffrey what's going on, and Geoffrey was chill. Like, Geoffrey, yo, so far he's my favorite character on this show. So Will tells Geoffrey what's going on, and Geoffrey knows who the dude is. So Will is just like, what the hell? How you know what it is? He's like, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. And Will is just like, how you gonna take care of it? Geoffrey says, do not worry, I'll take care of it. So Hilary, she just wants to leave the house. She wants to be independent, so she's still looking for food programs that's going to accept her and make her brand so she could do her own stuff. So she has a little talk with Will and tells Will, well, you know, Carlton, the reason y'all doing what y'all doing, he's doing this to gain something out of it. He knows how to work the system, and you need to learn how to work the system too. So she tells him, like, listen, if you want to get a couple of things done, you have to play nice. You got to play hardball. And Will took that advice and butters up Aunt Viv a little bit so his boy Trey could come to visit. So Uncle Phil talks to Aunt Viv and was just like, yo, you know, the election is coming up. I need you to really chill with the mouth. Don't be too brutally honest, because you could basically f up the campaign. So she's just looking at him like, what? Like, are you serious? I gotta silence myself? But she reluctantly agrees to do it for the love of your boy Uncle Phil. So Will and Carlton, they looking around for votes, and they all getting shut down or getting denied, because Carlton's doing most of the talking. So he's just like, yo, what's not working? I don't understand. So Will, he asks Will to really step in and do more of the work. He's going like crazy, working hard, and he's getting the votes. He's getting the votes by telling people, yo, it's a party, come through. He's inviting the whole neighborhood to the fundraiser. He's promising them tickets, food, that type of stuff. And he's talking about how, you know, police brutality, that type of stuff. He's just keeping it real and honest so they can relate to Uncle Phil. And I'm like, free tickets? Whoo, that's $200, $500 a ticket. Like, whoo, you know Uncle Phil is gonna be tight. Carlton is not approving of him, and he's like, yo, what the hell are you up to? Did you really get into something in Philly, or are you just here for like benefit? Like, something's not right. So Will's just looking at him like, excuse me? But then after that, Carlton later on apologizes to Will. And then of course they bring the idea to Uncle Phil. So Phil is just like really tight about it. He's just like, yo, that's a lot of money. It's just like, are you serious? But eventually he agrees to do the event that way. So Hilary meets Jazz at the record store. They seen each other in passing a couple of times, but they never spoke to each other. So they finally speak to each other, and it's not the same as the original Fresh Prince where he's going after her and she doesn't really like him. They're actually talking. They're actually good in talking to each other. Ashley's with little Ashley, so he's just talking to him about how he needs to be on Instagram, promote his store, because it was a record store that he claims that he owns. So she was just like, yo, you gotta promote that. Where's your IG? He did not have IG, so she puts him on IG. She promotes the store. She helps your boy out because Hilary has over 50,000 Instagram followers. So she was really helpful for your boy Jazz. So while she's helping Jazz, Ashley sneaks off to a boy's house. You know this is gonna be bad. So the boy ends up being somebody that she met online, and this is the first time they meet in person. And it's just nothing but guys there. There's other guys there, and there was no girls there. So Geoffrey meets with a hitman. That's the same guy that was following Will. So we know that, okay, this guy's connected to Geoffrey. So he basically had like a little conversation with him. And you know, this is basically going to be a situation where he's paying him to take care of the beef. So right after that, like, he picks up Ashley. As the guy is going to make a move on Ashley, he picks her up. And she's just like, what the hell? Like, how the hell did this happen? How did you find me? And he's just like, yo, you think your father paid me, or kept me on his payroll, and I don't know what the hell you guys are? Now we're at the fundraiser, so Aunt Viv has a little small conversation with Carlton's ex, Lisa, and was just like, just because you and Carlton's done doesn't mean we can't hang out no more. So you can tell she's not really feeling that. She doesn't really want to do that. So it turns out that Lisa's dad is the chief of police. So he kind of like sides up with a little bit, you know. They meet inside the bathroom, and he basically tells him who he is, and he's like, yo, you know, just chill, relax, you know. But Will, of course, is still traumatized from what happened in Philly, where the police basically treated him unfair. So he confronts Lisa about it, and he's really pissed off, and he's like, yo, you should have told me that your father was a cop. You know my situation. And Lisa didn't feel like it was a big deal, so he's really pissed about that. So right after that, Uncle Phil, so he goes into answering questions and things like that, and he's answering the questions really well for the people, you know, that he wants to vote for him. So he's answering the questions, and one of the questions was defunding the police. Do you think we should defund the police? And he does not know what to say. So he's looking at everybody, all the family and whatever, like, yo, what should I do? And he eventually agreed that yes, he'll definitely work on defunding the police if he gets elected. But Will and Carlton, they became cool. They dapped it up at the end because the mission was accomplished. They got the votes, and the fundraiser was a success. This is the first episode where Carlton wasn't being a... So Hilary gets accepted into a food program, and she tells Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv is not really supportive of it. It's like, yo, what the hell are you doing? What you mean move out and all this? Like, what are you doing? So Hilary just goes like, hello, can you just be happy for me? Like, what the... She walks off, and then Aunt Viv was just like, just like Uncle Phil said, like, I talk too much, I'm too brutally honest. Early on in the episode, Aunt Viv basically was just getting back into her artwork because she was really big on art, and now she's getting on to art. So Uncle Phil didn't really approve of it too much, but what can he really do? So Aunt Viv ends up telling Will that, hey, Trey can come. So Will, of course, is happy as hell. So he talks to Trey, letting him know the good news. And then Trey tells him that was after Will actually got shot to death. So you know who got that done. Your boy, Geoffrey. And that's how the episode ended. These first 4 episodes have been fire. It's not disappointing. You can tell that they really took time on the writing. Like, I really love this show. This is definitely one of my favorite shows right now. Like, definitely. That and Euphoria. Like, oh man, I'm really mad I missed the bag with Euphoria. If I could go back in time, I would have been watching Euphoria. But I'm really feeling the show. Geoffrey is my favorite character, of course. I love how they are building everybody's character. The show is not basically centered on Will. They're making Geoffrey the OG. They making him smooth. They making him more... They giving him his own shit. They giving Ashley their own. Jazz. Hilary. I'm really liking this show. But this episode, I'll give this episode a solid 10. No complaints about this episode. This episode was really good. The acting was good, of course. The way Will is traumatized by the cops. Every time he sees a cop, he's just thinking about how he was unfairly treated when he had a freaking gun. Like, come on. But really loving it. This acting is really, like, I'm loving this show. So tell me if you guys are watching the show. Tell me if you guys think the show is interesting, and definitely let me know, even if you did not watch the show, what part of the recap that was stood out to you that was very interesting. But I f with this show. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what's up. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back every single week. Love you guys. Thank you guys. You guys have a great one.
Got it. That's a wrap.